I am a patrol officer from a small northern town. Every day I deal with nothing but trivial problems. A robbery case sent me to Los Angeles to collect evidence. I was unwilling, but orders could not be refused. Travel wayworn and exhausted. I arrived at the Los Angeles Crime Investigation Unit. I knocked on the door of my old partner, Captain Carl. His attitude was ice cold, strictly professional. I left the station. In the parking lot, I ran into my old colleague, Sal. After a brief chat, he invited me for coffee. Homicide Unit Leader Jimmy noticed us. He asked around about who I was. When he learned I was Deacon, the famous detective, he followed us into the cafe and casually invited me to the crime scene. This was the fourth murder this month. 4 young girls were killed. The chief was already unhappy with Jimmy. The scene was a mess. Evidence techs were busy working. The medical examiner could only estimate the time of death. I looked toward the apartment across the street. Something felt off. I went downstairs immediately and walked across. The room was dark and empty. Jimmy was also drawn by the light across the way. I pulled open the window. Light fell onto a chair on the floor. I lifted the chair and stared out the window. Old cases surfaced in my mind. The methods felt too familiar. My instinct told me this was the same killer. I left the scene in silence. Jimmy joked about my findings. I stated whether other girls had bite marks. A female officer confirmed they did. It matched a case from the north. Exactly the next day, I went to the medical examiner's office. An old friend confirmed the marks were mostly from sucking, with no saliva left behind after the killing. The attacker had shaved the victim's legs, leaving small injuries. I asked my friend to pull old case files. He understood my burden and agreed immediately. Back at the crime scene, the landlord suddenly walked in. He said the refrigerator had been broken for a week. A repairman had already visited. I wrote down the repair shop's name, ABC Appliance Store. I returned to my motel. Photos of the victims covered the wall. I studied them, mapping the direction of the case. The next day, I dressed in plain clothes and checked repair records. ABC Appliance had nothing useful. As I was leaving, I noticed a nearby shop called 3A Appliance. The landlord may have remembered the name wrong. Inside the store, I carefully reviewed recent repair logs. One record had been crossed out. The owner said the appointment was canceled. The investigation ended. I walked out of the shop. Behind me, a long, fair-haired man stared at my back.